let's go for the next session. Next session का title है अभी नहीं तो कभी नहीं. Once upon a time, on the outskirts of a village, there used to be a small hut, and a boy called Dhyan used to stay in that hut. One of those evenings, he decided, let me take a walk in the jungle today. Outskirts of the village, उसके बाजू में थोड़ा सा ऐसे less sparsely populated jungle था. So he lights the lantern in the night and he starts walking towards this jungle. Now, as he's just about to come near to the jungle to enter it, his lantern becomes dim. And he's muttering to himself, I wish I had a brighter lantern. I could see properly inside the jungle. And there is a elderly gentleman passing by from there. So the gentleman hears this muttering and he stops. He puts his hand on Dhyan's shoulder. Dhyan looks at him and this gentleman asks Dhyan, what happened? So he says, I want to go for a walk in the jungle, but this lantern is dim. I wish I had a brighter one. So this gentleman, who's more like a dadu, says, बेटा आपने इसमें तेल भरा है, refill किया है. Dhyan immediately understands that he should have refilled the lantern. So he says, unless you refill the lantern, even the brightest of lamps will become dimmer over time. Dhyan goes back, refills the lantern, and this time when he moves towards the jungle, he is more confident, firm, and he knows that he has to take the back lessons and move ahead. Learnings, insights, taking sessions like this are just like that. Unless and until we revise and recap what's happened in the past, they don't become that power of fuel which will help us move ahead with stronger steps, more confidence. So before we move to the next session, let's quickly recap what we've done in the last session. I will share a slide, have a few pointers coming, and I'm sure you all will agree with me that these are the pointers. From the first session, the title, What's Your Story? We spoke about Dukhi Ram and Sukhi Ram. We will be Sukhi Rams in our life. Change the focus to change your story. From Dukhi Ram, become Sukhi Ram. Be a champion in positive self-stories. And in every situation, there is a positive version of the story. One more most important point from this session that remains with me is pressure is a privilege. Next session, champ friend, courageous, honest, available, makes you believe in yourself and pushes you. This is the kind of friend I need to be, and this is the friend I should have in our life. Now we recap the session in the first part of part 1 in our session. I have narrated the pointers because we've already had a long sharing session before this. When we do it in the classrooms, we ask the students. So we give them a little cue for them to remember. First session, we discussed about what's your story. Whom do you think were there? Two main characters. Obviously, the children will say Dukhi Ram and Sukhi Ram. So as we're taking the recap, we should have these small prompts if the students are not raising their hands. I think the ACs, and when we have the AC meeting, these small few prompts can be discussed. Seasoned volunteers, you know how to conduct. So in the first part of the session, first part is recap. The second part. In Sanskrit, there is a word called samavritti. SAMAWRITTI. Samavritti. 2 words. Samavritti. Can somebody help me mute? Yeah, thank you. Samavritti means literally equal fluctuations. You know what fluctuations is? मेरा आवाज बड़ा हो रहा है, धीरे हो रहा है, बड़ा हो रहा है, धीरे हो रहा है. This is fluctuations. So equal fluctuations. Now, how is this practice on a day-to-day life? Most recently, modernly, Samavritti is famous as something called box breathing. Are some of us aware with box breathing? Okay. Box breathing is I inhale in a process where it goes like a box. So I inhale for a few counts, I hold for a few counts, exhale for a few counts, and hold for a few counts. So in the second part of our session, uh, part one of the session this time, we are going to practice box breathing with the students. Why is it important? We'll discuss once we've done the process. So just for us to have a simple experience of it, simple instructions, please sit straight, your feet flat on the ground. See, most of the students now, they sit with their legs cross-legged. Now, when we ask them to put feet flat on the ground, we are just making them move a little so that they're getting in an alert position. Okay. Our palms are on top of each other. Right palm over the left palm, just near the navel. So it is gently resting on the thighs. Spine is erect. Okay. Now imagine, see, all of you all are 10th standard students in the class, and imagine this as I'm giving the instructions, so that the instructions we give becomes very, very relevant to the students. Feet flat on the ground. Put your right palm over the left palm. Let it gently rest on your thighs near the navel. Have your back straight. Imagine that there is a string tied at the back of your neck. Imagine there is a string tied at the back of your neck, and I'm pulling the string up. I'm going to count 5 to 1, and with every count, let your spine become a little more straighter with the string going up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Brilliant. Now we are in an absolute spine erect situation. Now we will practice box breathing. For the first round, just follow the instructions, and then we will get accustomed to doing box breathing. So let's breathe in for a count of 4. Breathe in 1, 2, 3, 4. Now hold the breath inside your lungs. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. And hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now let's go a little deeper. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3. Fill your stomach and your chest both. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. We'll do 2 more rounds. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 more rounds. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe in. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Breathe out. 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 1, 2, 3, 4. Keeping your eyes relaxed. Body remains still. Spine still erect. Just for a few moments. Just be. Continue to breathe in deep. Breathe out deep. Breathe in deep. Breathe out deep. Breathe in deep. Breathe out deep. One more deep inhalation, exhalation. Now I will count from 5 to 1. We will all gently open our eyes. 5 being eyes are totally closed and 1 being our eyes are absolutely open. So gently, gradually with every count, open your eyes. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Simple. Explain to them, for them to take position, help them with box breathing, help them come out of the process gradually. When we complete the cycles, let there be a 30-second, 40-second stillness inside the classroom, and then ask them to open their eyes gradually. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. This is a simple 5-minute process that we will do inside the classroom, and then discuss what are the benefits of box breathing, especially to the students. Now, if all of us want to write this down so that it becomes a part of our system, I will say one by one. First, it activates the parasympathetic nervous system, which calms the body. Sometimes it's important for us to give these jargons to the students for them to feel more connected. हम लोग कुछ कर रहे हैं. In simple terms, it reduces the stress and calms the mind. So the first point is this reduces the stress and calms the mind. Second, it lowers the stress hormones in the body. So we feel more relaxed. Third, it improves focus and concentration. Fourth, it helps manage anxiety and nervousness. Most of these students, when they write their exams or they are entering the exam hall, there's a lot of anxiety. Even before they go for sports. And in my case, when I come for the sessions, today was a little moment for me. I'm living by box breathing today. This is a brand new session that we've created. And I went through one panic moment at 6:45 where I don't know what is going to happen. I don't know what is going to happen. And then Aushmalin put on this music because he knows it's my favorite from Sitar Gaze. And things kind of get back into perspective. So somebody who is as seasoned as me and taking sessions can go through anxiety. It's so natural for students to go through. And we can explain to them that just 2 or 3 rounds can help them come back. Come back. So Yogeshwar, these PDF में ये सारे pointers आपको दिए जाएंगे. So don't worry. We are just writing so that as writing, we are creating a memory inside our system to come out with it in the sessions naturally. So first we discussed about reducing, making the body calm. Second, lowering our stress hormones. Third, improving focus and concentration. Fourth, managing anxiety and nervousness. Here, when we discuss about anxiety and nervousness, it will be very helpful if we can give one example from our life, like I just shared about before the session. So the students know that it's very natural to go through it. And more important, it is a solvable problem. We can solve it. We need not be always saying that, मुझे बहुत प्रेशर हो जाता है, एंजाइटी होती है, प्रेशर हो जाता है. यहाँ पे हमको सुखीराम बनना है. 2 मिनट बॉक्स ब्रीदिंग कीजिए, यू विल टर्न टू सुखीराम नेचुरली. So we also connect this to the first session. Go back there. Okay. So this point definitely put a two stars, help manage anxiety and nervousness before exams, before sports, before coming into a conversation, going on stage, public speaking, and number of examples where students can have anxiety and nerves. Next, it builds emotional control and patience. Emotional control and patience. How? We can always go back to Munna Bhai MBBS wala, where Asthana is told count numbers to cool down. Box breathing just helps us to slow down our anxiety. Breathing gets us normal, and hence we can be absolutely hyper, say, normal emotions and patience. It also boosts our performance because focus is high, boosts performance during exams. Some of the students have a little issue with sleep in the night. They're so high with energy in the night, they're not able to sleep. So you can, also say that when you're lying down in the bed, if you practice box breathing with your eyes closed, chances are high you will fall off to sleep as you are doing box. So for all of them who have issues with sleep in the night and with the screen and Insta, they're too overexcited, box breathing can help them calm down and sleep off. And lastly, most importantly, when I'm a person who practices box breathing regularly, I don't react, I respond to situations. So many times when the students are having conversations and they want to be champ friends, and like Rishabh said, they want to give a feedback, it might come in a tone which is not so good. It might not strike well. If I do box breathing, I'll be able to be calm, peaceful, respond, and talk to people with a lot of love, even when I have to say things which I don't like. So these are a few pointers about how box breathing is going to be helpful. For me, nervousness and anxiety is the main key for students. For your classroom, you might see from the responses of Sukhiram, Dukhiram, you might have to, take focus and concentration a little more. Some of us need to probably take respond and don't react a little more. So wherever required, at least in 3 benefits, give a personal example. Is this clear to all of us? Okay. So the first part of session 3, the first part is divided into 2 parts. In one part, we recap with Dhyan's story and refilling the lantern. Second part, first we do the process, a simple one. Let's not stretch it too much. See, we are giving them an experience of box breathing. It should not become a little boring for them in the first place. So, usko crisp, nice, enough for them to experience peace, and then move to the benefits, where we give personal examples so that they understand how important it is. So, this is the first part of the third session. Clear, all of us? Okay. We'll come to questions at the end of the session. So if you have any questions, how to say, what to say, when, just note down the questions. We'll come to it one by one at the end of the session. Now let's move to the second part of the session. By the way, are you all enjoying these 4 parts of the session? Is it becoming easy inside the classrooms? Okay. Executable, right? Okay. Wonderful, wonderful. So last time we discussed about 36 kind of friends. I didn't purposely discuss about this one kind of friend of mine, and today I'm going to discuss about him with you. And this friend's name is Talu. Okay, ये कुछ ऐसा दिखता है. Okay, बंद करते हैं. अभी इसका नाम है ना तालू नहीं है, उसका स्पेलिंग है TAALU. And you know, especially in we Sindhis now, we don't say lo, we say l. So I grew up with a mother who is a Christian by birth. So I, of course, didn't know Sindhi. And I had hired a teacher who used to insist, "Pehle na bolna na." I couldn't speak Sindhi ever. I speak a little. For me, Marathi becomes my matrabhasha very naturally because I'm Shivaji fan. And so today we are going to practice like this teacher used to do with me. Okay, it's not talu. Say talu, ta ta. Say talu, तालू. ओके, थोड़ा हाँ करेक्ट, विकास भाव बराबर बोल रहे हैं, आपके एक्सप्रेशन से समझ में आ रहा है मुझे. व्हाई वी हैव टू से तालू? See, in the classroom now, this fellow is going to give a little joy to the students as we narrate his. Okay, so today we are going to have, I'm going to discuss with you the dinacharya of talu. Okay, use the word dinacharya. And like I used it with my younger sister, and then she asked me, "What is it? Din acharya?" I said, "ये दिन आचार्य नहीं है, ये दिनचर्या है." So I'm very sure inside the classrooms, the students are going to look at you and scratch their head. What? And you can say this. It's not din acharya, it is dinacharya. Okay. And most popularly known to the Gen Z and Alpha generation as daily routine. You know, I have a routine, you. And my routine, I got up and have some warm water, you. That kind of a routine. So थोड़ा मस्ती करने का. And when you say तालू, जैसे वो तालू बोलते हैं ना, हमको भी है ना थोड़ा एक्साइटमेंट आना चाहिए अंदर से, क्योंकि ये तालू के दिनचर्या में हम लोग उनका कुछ तो अच्छी सी चीजें उनको बताने वाले. So are you ready to listen to Talu's dinacharya, daily routine? Okay. It's 6 o'clock in the morning. In Talu's room, on the bed, एक ब्लैंकेट का माउंटेन दिखता है. ओके, और कुछ नहीं दिखता. और 6 बजे अलार्म बजता है. इस ब्लैंकेट के अंदर से एक हाथ जैसे कि कोई नागिन है बाहर आता है और उस अलार्म को डस देता है. अलार्म मर जाता है, हाथ धीरे से वापस अंदर चला जाता है. जो दिखता है वो सिर्फ ब्लैंकेट है, कोई इंसान नहीं दिखता. दिस इज टालू एट 6 o'clock in the morning. Absolute mission accomplished. He is a winner in the first instant. Operation snooze mode, successful target. Target neutralized. Student, our Talu is in everlasting hibernation. Okay? Everlasting hibernation. आराम की चैन की नींद. He has attained nirvana, which even box breathing cannot give to all of us. That is 6 o'clock Talu. Okay. Then at 6:05, किचन में से आवाज आता है, "Talu, get up." This is 5 minutes और मम्मी. So this is the 5 minutes more time travel that Talu takes. You know, you should say this. It is थोड़ा सा tongue twister जैसे. 5 more minutes time travel that Talu takes. ऐसे बोलना क्लास में. ओके, पीपल शुड लाफ एट द वे. ये थोड़ा कॉमेडी बनने का सेशन है. दिस नेक्स्ट 10 minutes ना, वी हैव टू बी कॉमेडी इनसाइड द क्लास, बिकॉज अंडरस्टैंड वी आर स्पीकिंग अबाउट व्हाट दे गो थ्रू every day in their lives. And I was discussing with somebody yesterday on the phone. Our job is not to make the students feel guilty inside the classroom. Our job is to make them feel empowered. So when we are discussing about this, if there is a little comedy, na, they'll also laugh. And the end of it, when we give them the solution, they are empowered to solve it. So, okay. So 5 more minutes time travel that Talu takes. Okay. मम्मी ने चिल्लाया, "तालू उठ जा, 5 मिनट सोने दे माँ, मेरी माँ मुझे 5 मिनट सोने दे." That's what he does. Gets into the blanket. शांति पूरे घर में. किचन में सिर्फ कुकर के सीटी का आवाज आ रहा है, because मम्मी is making sambar. And when Talu opens his eyes thinking it's 6:10, बिजली कड़कती है, आवाज आता है थंडर का, क्योंकि ये 6:10 नहीं हुआ है, ये 8:17 हो चुका है. 8:15 बज चुके हैं, बस जा चुकी है स्कूल की. और जब तालू ब्लैंकेट थोड़ा सा बाहर करके आंख मसल के देखता है तो सामने मम्मी बेलन के साथ खड़ी है, जैसे शिवाजी की भवानी तलवार उस पर गिरने वाली. ओके. कसम खाता, "मम्मी तेरी कसम मम्मी, 5 मिनट के लिए सोया था, एक बार ही आंख बंद किया था, सच में मम्मी तेरी कसम." बट वो एक ब्लिंक में 2 घंटे निकल गए. Mummy storms her feet, goes back to the kitchen, and Talu is taking a lड़ाई. चलो ठीक है, स्कूल मिस हो गया, लेकिन टुडे आई एम गोइंग टू फिनिश all the homework that is pending for me. 9 subjects into 3 assignments which is still pending, he has to complete. So he's like, अच्छा हुआ आज लेट हो गया. He's Suki Ram na. So he says, अच्छा हो गया आज लेट हो गया. I can complete my homework. So he gets up, does his morning chores, and at about 10 a.m. he sits for homework hide and seek. You know what is homework hide and seek? लपा छुपी खेल रहा है homework के साथ. So he's saying, I'll today finally finish that one assignment I have to give. And he's received a fullscape A4 size printed sheet, जैसे हमने दिया DJ creator का, which he has to read through and comprehension करना है. ढूंढ रहा है, मिल ही नहीं रही है उसको शीट. फिर बैग में बुक्स के नीचे एकदम ऐसे क्रम्पल्ड बॉल्ड पोजीशन में मिलती है. एंड ही फील सो प्राउड ऑफ हिम. आई डेंट लूज माई होमवर्क. कैन यू इमेजिन सुकीराम? आई डेंट लूज माई होमवर्क. निकालता है, खोलता है, और उसमें आलू भुजिया के स्टेन्स और खुशबू आती है. क्योंकि फुल वीक ही वॉज ईटिंग आलू भुजिया ऑन हिज डेस्क. जब पढ़ाई के वक्त ना सिर्फ पढ़ाई नहीं कर सकते, खाना भी तो होता. ओके. ही हैड थॉट मंडे को जब मिला था असाइनमेंट, ट्यूसडे करूंगा. ट्यूसडे थर्सडे हो गया, थर्सडे अभी फ्राइडे हो गया है, और पता नहीं वो आलू भुजिया का स्मेल देखे. ओह, स्मेल वाला, आई कांट टच दिस, आई कांट डू दिस होमवर्क, नो नॉट मी, लेट मी गो एंड हैव माय चाय. The homework is gone forever into, one of those pyramids to live with the pygmies. Pygmies नहीं, sorry. Pygmies होते ना, नहीं. Mummies. Sorry. Mummies. It's gone to live with the mummies. नहीं, excitement में ऐसा हो जाता है कभी कभी. If you do it in the class, it's absolutely okay. Kids do it every day. So I'm just being a 10 standard old kid. फिर अभी बजते हैं 10:30. अभी तक देखो हम लोगों ने ना 6 बजे, 6:05, 8:15, 10 बजे, अभी आते हैं 10:30 बजे इसकी दिनचर्या. ट्रेजर हंट खेलने का टाइम आ गया है. क्यों ट्रेजर हंट खेलेंगे हम? क्योंकि होमवर्क तो करना है. सी, टालू इज एन एब्सोल्युटली डेडिकेटेड, इंटरेस्टेड इन स्टडीज ह्यूमन बीइंग. पेन ही नहीं मिल रहा है तो क्या करेंगे? मतलब सो स्टेशनरी हंट चालू हो जाता है. सब जगह देखता है, कबर्ड में, ड्रॉर में, बेड के नीचे, स्टडी टेबल पे, बैग के अंदर, फ्रिज में भी पेन ढूंढता है. फ्रिज में कभी कभी वो जेल पेन चलता नहीं है ना, तो वो थोड़ा सा लीक होता है, तो फ्रिज में रख दो उसको थोड़ा जेल सॉलिडिफाई करने के लिए. फ्रिज में भी नहीं मिलता. एंड ही सिट्स ओवर देयर लुकिंग एट हिमसेल्फ, लुकिंग एट आउटसाइड द विंडो एंड सेज, पूरी कायनात के साथ मैं, आई वॉज पार्टिसिपेटिंग एंड आई वॉज बीइंग अ पार्ट ऑफ द कायनात टू डू माई होमवर्क. अभी पेन नहीं मिल रहा है, डिस्ट्रैक्शन है, तो मैं क्या करूं? तालू की कोई गलती है? बिल्कुल नहीं. एब्सोल्युटली नॉट. Okay, and Talu's self-confidence is absolutely amazing. He says, अभी पेन नहीं मिला है ना, लेकिन मुझे पढ़ाई करनी. बट इतने गंदे डेस्क पे पढ़ाई कैसे कर सकते? बुक पढ़े, पेन पढ़े, धूल पड़ी. Today I'm going to sit and study in a very, very prepared manner. Like Djokovic gets absolutely dressed up before his tennis match, I'm going to also be nice, neat and clean before I go for my study match. This is अभी तो टेबल क्लीन करना है. कहीं से एक कपड़ा लाता है, कॉलिन लाता है, मम्मी पीछे से देख रही है, मेरे बेटे को हो क्या गया है आज. शी ऑल्सो हैज रेज ऑफ होप, कि सुधर गया है. ही स्टार्ट्स क्लीनिंग द टेबल. उसके पास 25 डिफरेंट टाइप्स ऑफ इरेजर्स होते हैं. ओके, शेप्स एंड साइजेस. उसको बराबर से शेप साइज के हिसाब से एक जगह पे लगा देते. ओके, ऑल पेन एंड एवरीथिंग प्रॉपर्ली. जो टूटे फूटे पेन मिले थे ना, अच्छा आई फॉरगॉट टू टेल यू, ये जब पेन ढूंढ रहा था ना, उसके कंपास बॉक्स में एक आधा बर्बन बिस्किट भी मिला था, जो वो खा के रखा था. वो सोचा करके मैं बाद में खा लूंगा. So he was treated because of the treasure hunt. He got a biscuit also. So that are the benefits. So he cleans the table. He puts the pen also टूटा फूटा एक साइड पे बराबर से, सब बैग वैग लगा देता है. और बुक्स, इतने सारे बुक्स क्या करेगा? तो बोलता है these books are like my fort. तो एक शिवाजी का किला बना देता है बराबर से बुक्स के साथ. And then he looks at his masterpiece and says, wow, Talu, you can go into Guinness Book of World Records to have the most cleanest desk, most designer desk. And then he finally says, 11 बजे है, अभी मैं पढ़ने बैठता हूँ बराबर से. ठीक है, वो पढ़ने बैठता है, लेकिन ना कभी कभी अंदर से आवाज नहीं आती। हैव यू गॉन थ्रू दिस? सेशन प्रिपेयर करना है, मॉक करना भी है, कल शाम को देना भी है, लेकिन आई एम नॉट गेटिंग दैट इनर कॉलिंग टू सिट एंड प्रिपेयर। आई एम सिटिंग विथ माई पेन, लेकिन आ ही नहीं रहा है, क्या करूं मैं? सो ही सेज, टू गेट आउट ऑफ दिस, आई विल गो ऑन अ मोटिवेशन वीडियो स्पाइरल. एंड व्हाट इज दैट? I am going to go to my best friend YouTube and I'm going to type there 5 minute energy boost, 5 minute motivation boost, keywords डालता है. Okay? तब सारा पूरा आ जाता है. At the end of 1 hour, he has watched how to make a mud house. Okay, how to survive in a jungle for 7 days without anything, any food and water, and watched at least 15 funny cat videos. How many of you watch funny cat videos? So there are two specimens sitting in front of me who are saying funny cat videos is our go-to. You know, that's motivation. Because cat makes you feel nice, na? So he says, अभी तो पढ़ना जरूरी है, नहीं तो मम्मी का बेलन सच में पड़ेगा, लेकिन पानी भी तो चाहिए ना. ओके, सो पढ़ना करता है, 10 मिनट पढ़ता है, फिर उसको वाटर ब्रेक चाहिए. वाटर में ओलंपिक्स खेलना है उसको वाटर ब्रेक के साथ. सो ही गोज, ड्रिंक्स वन, गेट्स वन ग्लास ऑफ वाटर, पीना चालू करता है. Then he thinks about life. He looks at the ceiling fan. He thinks about his friends. And in that, body hydrate हो जाती है. टेबल पे पानी भी गिर जाता है, जैसे मेरे टेबल पे अभी गिर गया थोड़ा एक्टिंग करने में. पढ़ाई नहीं, बिल्कुल नहीं होती. ही थिंक्स यार ये इसको है ना कुछ तो करना पड़ेगा, सुखीराम तो बढ़ना ही पड़ेगा. व्हाट्सएप लेता है, व्हाट्सएप पे ना फटफट डालता है, गाइस एंड गर्ल्स यू आर बैक फ्रॉम स्कूल, यू नीड टू हेल्प मी, लेट्स डू अ जूम क्लास. जूम में सब लोग आ जाते हैं, ऑल एक्साइटेड. ओके, और आज स्कूल में क्या हो गया मालूम है? तुम्हें आया था ना वो टीचर ने, ना वो तेरा वाला दुश्मन है, उसको ऐसा पेला ना. तो फुल डिस्कशन, who's beaten whom, who's staged whom, which teacher का new nickname name has happened, everything happens. But पढ़ाई, sorry boss, that's lost in the wild. But still hope is there. It's only 6:30 now, only 6:30. Yeah, he can still complete his homework. And he says, before doing that, I have to make a to do list. तो यूट्यूब पे देखा मैंने, टू डू लिस्ट नहीं रहेगा ना तो काम नहीं होता है. बड़ा शीट निकालता है, बराबर टू डू लिस्ट निकाल बनाता है, क्या क्या करना है. मुझे मेरे शूज पॉलिश करने, कपड़े आयरन करने, जो च्युइंगम मेरे शॉर्ट्स में अटका हुआ था उसको निकालना है, सब चीज टू डू लिस्ट में लगाता है. ओके, और कोई कोई टू डू लिस्ट में वो हमारे पोस्टेड होता है ना, कोई का हार्ट शेप पोस्टेड भी है इसके पास. वन ऑफ हिज क्रशेस वुड हैव गिवन हिम, वो पोस्टेड हार्ट शेप भी लगाता है. राइट वन अप्रिसिएशन नोट, बी अ चैम्प फ्रेंड वगैरह वगैरह, इतना मस्त बनाता है. बोलता अभी मैं ये टू डू लिस्ट फॉलो करूंगा. फोल्ड करके उसको भूख लग जाता है मैगी खाने के लिए. टू डू लिस्ट is gone. He was somebody who prepared like a general but lost in the first battle. But still he is Sukhiram. Mind is okay. It's 11:47 in the night. Time to go off to sleep. He tells himself, I promise myself, कल सुबह टाइम, सैटरडे है ना, छुट्टी है ना, 7 बजे जम से बेड कर बाहर जंप करके I am going to definitely complete my. नेक्स्ट डे क्या होता है? ब्लैंकेट का पहाड़, अलार्म बजता है, टाइम बंद हो जाता है, ब्लैंकेट में नागिन अंदर चली जाती है, वापस सेम सो जाता है. दिस इज द डे इन माई फ्रेंड्स लाइफ कॉल्ड टालू. एंड हु इज टालू? टालू इज अ रिप्रेजेंटेटिव ऑफ ईच वन ऑफ अस. All those moments where comfort wins over consistency and what is important. I procrastinate also. You know, when Talu lives in this day, he lives in a very specific country, a specific nation. And which is that nation? Any guesses? Talu lives in a very, very specific nation. And which is that nation?
Procrastination.
Ah, very nice. Who's this?
Procrastination.
Yes,
Rishabh,
yes,
Rishabh.
absolutely. Absolutely, absolutely. Procrastination. And how often we stay in procrastination?
Every day.
You know, personally, post COVID, घर में कपड़े देते हैं ना इस्त्री के लिए, इस्त्री मतलब आयरनिंग के लिए, ओके, डोंट लिटरली ट्रांसलेट. वो स्त्री के लिए देते हैं कपड़े. आई यूज टू गिव इट एट अ पर्सन्स प्लेस एंड थ्री टाइम्स आई गॉट दैट बंडल. Go pick it up from there, put it in the car, carry it on your back to the fourth floor, put it in the cupboard. 3 बार ऐसे हुआ, मैंने कबर्ड खोला और मुझे कबर्ड के अंदर से मसाला डोसा की खुशबू आ रही है. हम लोग, मेरे कबर्ड के अंदर से मसाला डोसा की खुशबू कैसे आ रही? All my clothes were smelling of masala dosa. Because the ironing shop that I used to give my clothes to, next to it, one new hotel had started. तो वो खुशबू ओवर द वॉल आ जाती थी ऐसे, और फिर मेरे कपड़ों में आती थी. तो मसाला डोसा हो गया, सांबर का खुशबू हो गया, पोहा का हो गया. देन आई सेड, हैव हैड टू मच. And for the past 3.5 years, I've been ironing my own clothes. And this happens every week. From Monday to Saturday, there is one place where all this ironing ka kapda is there. And every evening when I get going home, I'll tell Tahira, आज मैं जाके कपड़े इस्त्री करने वाली हूँ, मेरे पास है ना, बहुत है ना, माउंटेन हो गया, करना है. And at 7:15 when I reach home, get fresh, have my chai, I sit, I keep looking at that kapda as if the kapda is going to get self-istried and go into the cupboard. And Sunday evening, 8 o'clock, when I know I can't tallow it anymore, because next day morning कपड़े इस्त्री के है नहीं पहनने के लिए, and I can't wear t-shirt and go, बॉस ऑफिस से बाहर निकाल देंगे. Then at 8 o'clock, I'm ironing the clothes, swearing under my breath, ये क्या है, कपड़े भी इस्त्री करके कोई देता नहीं, कितना काम कर सकता है, पूरी दुनिया में मैं अकेली लड़की हूँ जिसको इतना काम करना. Ironing clothes, procrastinated, can become such an important problem facing situation for me. To-do list, I told you, this is not Talu's life also, my life also. As I was preparing for the session ना, मुझे ऐसे बहुत बार हुआ, थप्पड़ थप्पड़ थप्पड़, मुझे खुद को ही झापड़ पड़ रहे. Because I also really make beautiful to-do list. If you see my chart now, you will say, wow, Joe, I mean, this is work of a genius. मतलब even the most brilliant Picasso wouldn't have made a painting the way you have done your to-do list. And every Monday I have to redo it again. So to-do list becomes pending. Sometimes there is somebody important who needs a message from us, and typing that message, kal karta hu, parso karta hu, gets delayed. So now is the time where we remove our pen and book and honestly jot down, where is it that we procrastinate? Is it something that is consciously, subconsciously hurting us? Are there very important things that are being procrastinated? And as I have been a little candid, I would love if a few of us can also share where procrastination is a part of our daily life. Are you and me also talu ram? And after everything we say, talu ne to ye bhi tal diya. So take a couple of minutes and write down which are the areas that we definitely procrastinate. And seriously नहीं, हाँ, थोड़ा fun के साथ. See, I procrastinate, but I know it's solvable. So थोड़ा fun के साथ. What are the areas that we procrastinate?
which we do not like, or we find it little challenging.
Okay, so Tushar is saying we procrastinate things which we do not like or we find it challenging. Fair enough. Anil, tax filling. Definitely. With you there. Yes, Amit Vardhe.
Most of the times we will procrastinate when we are not clear about what is to be done or what is the
Correct.
objective that we are looking for.
Absolutely. So we procrastinate when we are not clear. Why we procrastinate will come to a little later. Right now, I want to know, where is it that you procrastinate? So the question, where? Today in your daily life. When Naren asked me last week when we were making the session, where do you procrastinate? I said, Poppy, मैं procrastinate? वो word मेरे dictionary में नहीं है. And he kept the phone and he has, sometimes you all have come for a counseling to him, he has that one look, okay, I'll let you go now, but afterwards you'll come to know what I'm telling. That very look he gave me on the phone, and I was like, अरे बाप रे, कुछ तो होने वाला है. रात को 3 बजे तक नींद नहीं आई मुझे. And I got a list of 25 different areas where I procrastinate every day. So I need to know where you procrastinate. Arunjani?
Happy morning, Jo.
Happy morning.
So, mostly sometimes we get what we want, and then you feel कि oh, ये बहुत जल्दी हो गया. Like recently, it has happened with me that I wanted to take a workshop for teachers, and it happened. And then I was like quite nervous about it because it is not easy to take workshop for the teachers who have been working with you and are senior actually quite.
Correct.
And it was, I really felt nervous after a long time. I was procrastination. चल रहा था दिमाग में कि बहुत जल्दी हो गया and how will I do it? I don't know whether I'll be good
Correct.
enough. This happened with me recently, just after the first session. And of course,
Absolutely.
I could do it and I was able to do it, but I felt quite nervous recently.
Yeah.
And
Absolutely.
obviously हमारे बच्चे काम में आ जाते हैं. My daughter was there inside, but and she pumped me up कि no, you will be able to do it. आप इतना nervous क्यों हो रहे हो? मतलब what is wrong with you? And whole day I was having a bad stomachache because of nervousness. I can't tell you that feeling.
Relatable. कल ही हुआ है. Absolutely relatable.
So,
Very nice. Very nice. Shefali, is it you or Arnav?
Both.
हाँ बोलिए. First let me listen to my बच्चा. First Arnav, then you.
Happy morning, Masi.
Happy morning, darling.
First, I think, I mean, at this age, वैसे तो procrastination बहुत ही चलती है ना, पर especially अभी तो college applications चल रहे हैं, तो फिर उसमें you know, I'm very prone to it, especially in getting deadlines set. So I think that's something where I can work on more. I think that's helped me just doing that more.
Brilliant. Now, Shefi, starting with you, to the all other sharings, I give a challenge. Share in a single statement. In one statement, can you share where do you procrastinate? बोलिए.
For my AI learning, AI courses.
For the AI courses, for learning. Very nice. Rashida Ben?
I tend to procrastinate where I feel कि ये काम बहुत अच्छे से करेंगे.
Very nice. When you really want to give it your total, you procrastinate. Siona? One sentence, Siona?
I tend to procrastinate in whenever I want to start a diet because apparently every day is a cheat day for me. So yeah.
To start the diet.
Yeah.
Okay. Anuradha, one statement.
I tend to procrastinate whenever anything important I have to do. Because I want to put my best and I procrastinate.
Yes. Just 8 minutes, huh? 8 minutes. Huh? I can hear some disturbance. Anuradha, we'll listen to your statement again. Somebody is on unmute and we are not able to mute them. Can you please mute your mic? Yes. Anuradha, you said where you want to give your best, right?
Yeah, whenever there is something important, I procrastinate. I have big to-do list to do. And I
Absolutely. Tejashri?
I'm procrastinating so many years to complete my law study, which I not completed after my marriage.
Law studies. Very nice. Parag?
The things which are important but not urgent, like an email box. So
Absolutely.
need to.
Absolutely. Nutan?
While making mock videos.
While making mock videos. Very nice. Rajveer?
Whenever I am not in a serious situation, whenever it's not a do or die situation.
Correct. I postpone till it becomes do or die. Aushu!
So I procrastinate a lot on tasks where I need somebody's cooperation.
Very true. Honest. Very true. Very nice. Munira? Munira, you're on mute, dear.
Yeah, Joy, this is not something with an activity, something emotional. Like procrastinate to call up someone, some complaining relative. I know I have to call, but I keep on avoiding that.
Beautiful. How true. Sunita?
Yeah, something that is not important at the moment, like organizing some drawers, cupboards ki baat mein karenge, unless I really want to find something, then I get into it.
Absolutely. Farooq?
Fear of not being able to perform.
Pardon me?
Fear of not being able to perform.
Yeah. So wherever we feel we are not able to perform, we procrastinate that. Prithviraj?
Yes. To do the things that are to do in the to-do list. To do the things in the to-do list.
To do things in the to-do list. One more tongue twister. To do things in the to-do list. Very nice. Next year PST के लिए मुझे मसाला मिल गया है ये बार. Very, very nice. So see, when we share a little and the interaction comes from the class as well, where we delay or procrastinate. But does Talu need to remain as Talu? No. टालने वाले से he can always be a person who takes action and learns unstoppably. TAALU. From टालने वाला, he can always become a person who takes action and learns unstoppably. And that's the moment when he chooses progress over pleasure. The moment he chooses progress over pleasure, he can change the script, change his story, and become Sukhi Ram. Now let's discuss a little about the partner of crime that Talu has in Talna. There is one more thing that helps Talu to Talo always. And you know what that is? There is a Chanchal Bandar in his mind. Can you imagine a monkey? This Bandar, yes, correct, this one only. See, is hanging also from top down. Now this Chanchal Bandar is responsible for making Talu Talo all the time. How? I'll discuss. But ये मेरे अंदर है और इस बंदर को काबू करना पड़ेगा. What does this bandar do on a regular basis? Talu wants to study. But this bandar pops his head out and says, पहले पानी पी ले. Instant gratification पानी पीने में चाहिए. So he shifts Talu's focus from doing what is right now to instant gratification. जब उसको उठना है 5 मिनट और नींद. When he wants to sit and study, YouTube video देख. This bandar kind of feeds on instant gratification, which means instant feeling of pleasure. I want to feel absolutely excited. And whenever the bandar wins, Talu loses. And whenever the bandar loses, Talu wins. It's as simple as that. It happens to all of us. And this bandar makes Talu lachar. You know what is lachar? Absolutely helpless. But when I take control of this bandar, I can create a chamatkar also. From lachar to chamatkar. मेरे अंदर है एक बंदर, बट इस बंदर को हमको काबू करना है. अगर हम सिर्फ लाचार रहे तो हाहाकार हो जाएगा, और बंदर को कंट्रोल किया तो चमत्कार हो जाएगा. अभी चमत्कार, इज इट वेरी डिफिकल्ट? वेरी इजी. चमत्कार is done one step at a time. And there are some people who have definitely done this chamatkar. And I would like to share with you one such person's, a few glimpses of his life to show you how from being lachar, he's become a chamatkar. Okay. So pause. Second part of the session is the entire dinacharya of Talu. Sharings about day-to-day procrastination where we do and the students do. Interaction from the students. This time no group activity, it's full house interaction. Okay. And then we discuss about this bandar. And the entire game is procrastination is you winning over the bandar. Don't let the bandar win. Okay. How to do that? 3 simple steps, we'll come to it. But now let's discuss about this gentleman who has gone from lachar to chamatkar. From a chubby kid to a fitness icon. When he was a teenager, he was known for his aggressive batting and also his casual approach towards fitness. He loved his food, especially his chole bhature. Now, as I go on, I know you will understand whom I'm speaking about. He loved his food, especially chole bhature. But his condition was not so good, and it made his game of cricket a little weak. Yes, I'm talking about Mr. Virat Kohli. In 2012 came a very crucial turning point in his life. After a few very disappointing performances, he realized that to compete and to be the best in the world, he couldn't just rely on talent. He needed to be the fittest. He realized that during an IPL match, the difference between run out and not out could be as less as 0.005 seconds. And that's when he decided he has to take care of that bandar and he has to become a winner. He stopped eating chole bhature, all the food items that he loved that would have slowed him down in his game. And he didn't do it just for 3 months, 6 months till he won the next World Cup. It's been 15 years. His most favorite food is chole bhature and he's still not happy. He could have said, मैं next time नहीं खाऊंगा, आज खा लेता हूं. Procrastinate the discipline to stay away from it. But he didn't do that. He gave up his favorite food and adopted a strict, clean diet. He started training for almost 4 to 5 hours a day. High intensity training, all that it takes to become the fittest. He prioritized getting 8 to 9 hours of quality sleep. When he's going off to sleep, he doesn't open his phone and say, "Ek Instagram story check karke fit sota hu." If I have to be the fittest, I have to be disciplined. So every moment that Bandar wants to come up and win, Virat Kohli defeats him and wins. And this is not a temporary change. It is a permanent lifestyle that he has adopted. The power of procrastination helped him stand as an example in the entire globe. This was in 2006 when he was playing Ranji Trophy. Virat was playing a crucial match against Karnataka. He was batting overnight on 40 runs. The next morning, early morning, he received the news that his father has passed away. Imagine, the person who's encouraged you to play cricket, who's believed in you the most, he is no more. If he wanted to go back, it would have been an absolutely understandable situation. What did Virat do? He said, I'm going to dedicate the match to my father. Continued to play on for 90 runs, did not procrastinate, went back to the field and won the game. When life throws a challenge at us, we all have a choice. Either let the Bandar win or I win. And Virat's choice was, I will win. He's gone on to become from a dreamer to an achiever. To most of his accolades, he's led India to victory in 2018 and 2008 and Under-19 World Cup. He's become the fastest batsman to have 8,000, 12,000 and go on runs in ODI. He holds the record for the most centuries in ODI history, surpassing even Sachin Tendulkar. He won the ICC ODI Cricket of the Year 4 times. 4 times. And all the major ICC awards. Virat Kohli's story is a proof. It's not talent but discipline that helps me. And the mantra, if we have to come out from him, it would be zero procrastination. Zero procrastination. I'm very sure in each one of our lives, there will be moments when we procrastinate. What happens every instant that I procrastinate something? I'm giving myself a feeling I'm not a winner in life. And every small procrastination conquered is a message of win that I give to my life. And my success is a story of the gathering, the culmination of all our successes, all our wins, one small win at a time. It's almost natural with all the students. They don't want to do homework. They don't want to clean the cupboard. They don't want to reach on time. School bus comes, they are always late. Pleasure wins every time in these situations. And we need to turn it from pleasure to what is important. Because if I become a person who does what is important when it is important, I become a person who can have almost anything that I plan for in life. And how to do that? We come to the last part of the session. And the last part of the session will be titled as Forward Momentum. Forward Momentum. In the last part of the session, we are going to discuss about 3 very simple, very easy things which we can do to turn procrastination into something that we do it then and there. A lovely lady motivational speaker called Mel Robbins has given us this first formula of 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Forward momentum, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. She says it takes just 5 seconds for us to do or not do something that we have. So imagine that snake hand comes out. He is about to switch the alarm off. And if Kalu counts 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 out of the bed, within the first 5 seconds, if he's out of the bed, he's won that battle. When I go home back and I want to iron my clothes, and after my chai, I look at my clothes and say, iron karna hai. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, उठ के पहले iron का button चालू कर. I'm very sure I will at least iron 4, 5 clothes and complete that task. I get up in the morning and I have to go to the gym. Before my mind talks me out of it and gives me excuses, आज बारिश बहुत है, कीचड़ बहुत रहेगा, मेरा बेस्ट फ्रेंड नहीं आएगा, बाद में आके मुझे पूरा दिन का काम है, सेशन प्रिपेयर करना है, जिम नहीं जाती. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Before my mind talks me out of it, can I just grab my bag and get out of the room? So the first formula, which helps us get into immediate action, is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I have to take the session. Generally, Naren takes the session before me and then I start the session. This morning, when we were discussing, it was decided that I will start off with the session. Mind started telling myself, पहले तो नया session लेना है. First that anxiety, फिर panic, फिर do I have to start also? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, happy morning! 6:50 को मैंने happy morning चालू कर दी. I didn't let that doubt win. I said 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 आज है implement करने का. और वो implement किया. You're having a good time in the session, right? Isn't it? Thank you so much. So the first thing is 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 for instant action. In fact, I'm seeing if I can make a jingle. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, get into action. कुछ तो करके मैं डालूंगी group पे. So that at least for our KMM volunteers, we are no more loyalist citizens of the nation called procrastination. Next 2 points are some things that we have discussed in Keep Moving movement over the years, but not so regular. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Second, first things first. There is a thing called first things first, which means what? Focus on what is important right now. Okay? So right now, when I come to take the session, focus is, as I was discussing the session, my chain broke off. And my locket, which is my most favorite locket, is lying somewhere on the floor. First things first, focus on what is important right now. So these are simple examples which we will need to give to the students so that they understand day-to-day life may also, I have to pay attention and win. So in the class, when the teacher is explaining, my pen falls down. Let it be down. What is first things first? Focus on what the teacher is explaining so that it becomes a part of my system. My friend is not talking to me and I have to immediately go and solve a fight that I've had with her. First things first. Right now, I have to study for my exam. Sorting out can be done a little late. What are the areas where you think on a day-to-day basis, we need to do first things first? Because it's important. It helps us focus. It helps us prioritize. planning and execution happens properly if I focus on what is first things first. Most importantly, it gives me power. See, Virat Kohli, if in the last World Cup we saw him on I think most of us would have seen that video clip, when he is walking towards the arena to meet Anushka Sharma, and they both hug and both cry because they have won this World Cup. And as he walks back, there is a particular power in the body language of Virat Kohli. That power comes from doing first things first because he knows he's disciplined. In our day-to-day life, where do you think we can do first things first? We need to write down this and let us have a couple of sharings where I think we can implement first things first. Till you all think about it, I would like to share. Every day, 7:30 to 8:15 for the past 1.5 years, my time is fixed as a date with Saurabh Bothra for yoga. Even if I am in the worst of painful, not well situations, I am doing my exercise with him. On the days following KMM sessions, 7:30 is AC meeting. 7:30 to 8:30. I do a earlier batch at 6:15, complete my yoga, and then sit for the AC meeting. For me, it was very easy to say, आज AC meeting है, prepare करना, I won't do it. So I'm up at 5, prepare half an hour, do my meditation, do my exercise, and when I sit for the AC meeting, I have already had 4 wins in the morning. When I do first things first, it gives me tremendous power from within. I'm capable of crossing every obstacle that comes. Anyone here who would like to share about first things first? Where is it that you think from the session onwards now, there are at least 3 areas where you would pick up first things first? 1, 2, 3. Anyone would love to share? Thinking about it? Yes, please. Anil, I'll come to you after we listen to Bharti. Yes, Bharti.
Yeah. First thing first, before I start off my classes in the house, I'm already ready with my chai in the bhagola. So once anybody who comes for the class, my chai is already done type. I'm not getting up and then making the chai unke samne adrak nahi.
Correct.
So it is already done types.
Absolutely.
And if I have to wear a dress for next day morning, usually, घर में ही तो रहती हूँ, what's the use, सुबह निकाल सकती हूँ, इतना हरी क्या है? But I usually take out my dress in the night and say, I have to wear this dress.
Absolutely.
And I think after my heart surgery, it is rarely that I have even had dosa, idli or nashta. Right now I'm in Surat here also. I'm skipping my nashta, but I'm not having anything which is oily or nothing damaging. I'm religiously following. The reason being, if I keep myself healthy and do things, I can do things which I had dreamt of. Going for treks, going for swimming, lot of other things. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Bharti. And I know she strictly lives by it. When we went for Sacred Space, morning no nashta, she'll have her shake, but she'll not have something which has more oil or ghee in it. So brilliant. Anil?
For me, my exercise is important. All these years, for 20, 25 years, I've been playing badminton without missing it. Now my daily routine is important. And by chance, this year it happened that on Friday I have the session and Friday I have my yoga class, Monday, Wednesday and Friday. So my teacher used to come on this. So what I did, I asked her to please come a little early, half an hour, so that by that time I finish my session and then I can go for to take my session in college.
Brilliant.
So I didn't want to change that day because it will disturb everything.
Absolutely. So there is no option. I do this and that together. It's not this or that. This and that together all the time. Anuradha?
So for me, again, the morning routine is very important. So like I always try to get up at one particular time and I want to do the things in sequence.
Absolutely.
So today it was a session. I slept little late, but I made sure that I will not skip a particular part of my routine. So I got up little more early.
Very true.
So this is my first thing first, so that I can sit here with a cup of tea for me.
Yes. So nice. We'll listen to Tejashree and then we'll move to the third formula. Tejashree?
Yes, as I am same pinch to you with me for Saurabh Bothra. कुछ भी करके करना है और ही so डायनामिक तो उसको छोड़ नहीं सकते, वो करना ही पड़ता है। आजकल मैं वो कर रही हूँ जो पहले बहुत अवॉइड करती थी। और सबसे अलग बात जो मैं कर रही हूँ, 2 महीने से घर की बाई निकाल दी है और मैं देख रही हूँ अपने आप को, ट्राई कर रही हूँ कि नहीं मुझे काम घर का करना है, तो मैं कंपलसरी 1.5 घंटा मेरे घर के लिए निकालती हूँ और फाइंड आउट किया कि कोई जरूरत नहीं थी, इतना कोई बाई रहना ही नहीं चाहिए। सो वो मेरा एक चैलेंजिंग फेस चल रहा है अभी मेरी जिंदगी में, तो वो मैं करती ही। दैट इज
Very nice. Very courageous decision. I'll draw inspiration from you. I'm moving into that stage when I move to my new apartment, but definitely. Thank you. Thank you for sharing. And the next last formula would be first time right. This is very important for the students, especially for all of us, but definitely for the students. First time right. FTF and FTR is how we call it. First things first and first time right. What is first times right? When I'm sitting inside the classroom and the teacher is taking a subject, I don't make my notes on one chindi of a paper, rough notes. Then decide I will make them fair. Then decide when I go home and I'll make them fair. But when you go home, there is something else to do, and that making it fair remains always a distant vision. When I'm taking down the notes, let it be first time right. Work done, I save myself a lot of pain in the future and a lot of procrastination winning over. In the student's life, what is first time right? When I am preparing, let me revise and prepare it with full focus. Distractions come a little later. I do it first time right. I build a depth habit of excellence. I prepare for my session properly the first time. I don't have to give multiple mocks. I attend the KMM session the time it is there without delay, and the session is ready in my mind. I don't have to revise it again and again. So, first time right. When I do 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, first things first and first time right, I live a life of priorities and not a life of procrastination. Life is driven by priorities and no, not procrastination. It's almost as if procrastination is a thief, and we have to stop that thief from entering our homes and minds every day. So, what do? Don't fight the thief, change the locks. And there are 3 things to change the lock: 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. First things first and first time right. It's our chance to let Talu go away and become like Kohli's. So, for the last leg of the session, I need you to pen down. You need not share it with all of us. But what is that one thing where you think from today, doing first things first is a must in your life right now? I'm very sure each one of us will definitely have areas which are being procrastinated and postponed. Out of all that, as a need to live by example before we enter the classrooms 10 days hence, can each one of us write down one area where still we are procrastinating, where we will practice first things first, first time right, or 5, 4, 3, 2? All of us for the next 2 minutes as a genuine effort. Where is it that you're going to stop being Talu and start being Kohli? I think most of us would have been able to pen it down. Some new hands, 3 or 4 sharings before we summarize the entire session. Timely preparation and reaching to meeting. First thing right will be prepared for meeting entirely. Brilliant. Yes, Preeti darling, we are missing you in office today.
I know. Uh, because of the accident, I did start with my diet, and I gave excuse that because of the accident, I can't go for exercise. I can't follow the diet properly. So I'm going to focus on my diet and exercise. And in next 15 days, you will see the difference when we meet for the 10th August meeting, physical meeting.
Wish you all the best, darling.
Thank you, dear. I need it.
Yes. Tasneem?
Hello, good morning.
Happy morning.
Happy morning. And this is a very brilliant session, which is self-improvement more than anything else. And yes, regarding this first time right, all that, I suddenly remembered that when I was working, now I am retired, we had this Kaizen training, and the Six Sigma training, where they said, you have to be right because you are putting 3 times the effort if you do it wrong. Because you do it once, then you correct it, and then you redo it. So your effort and time is going 3 times. So we used to follow it, and yes, it was very successful. And your session, I just wanted to tell you, this was like a reminder call for me that, oh yes, I must. There are many phases in life where we are not following it. We should be following it. And now there is a brain tattoo for me that I am going to now start right away. So that is what I wanted to share. Thank you so much.
How wonderful. There are some messages also coming, and then, somebody's written financial discipline and exercise. How brilliant. Madhu?
Happy morning, Joe.
Happy
Brilliant
morning.
session, and I can see how it is connecting to what the 2 sessions that we have delivered. For me personally, I run a YouTube channel, and I've been shying away from making videos because when I'm on the desk, I'm like, this should be better. The script has to be better. The camera has to be better. Commitment to myself before I deliver the session, or it's due in probably a week and a half. I plan to make 15 videos and post it online.
Beautiful. All the best to it. And if you need accountability buddy, you have us over here.
Sure.
Yes. So for the past 2.5 years, I want to make a promise, but I'll first just wrap up the session and then tell you where I'm going to do first things first. So today's session's title is Abhi nahi to kabhi nahi. 4 parts of the session. First part of the session is samavritti. We recap and we practice box breathing. Second part of the session, I will do journaling every day. Beautiful sentence, Second part of the session, we speak about the dinacharya, not dinacharya, dinacharya of Talu, and talk about the Chanchal Bandar. We discuss about conquering the Chanchal Bandar and becoming from Talu somebody who takes action and learns unstoppable. Third part of the session, we give the live example of Virat Kohli and how he has overpowered procrastination. Fourth part of the session, we talk about forward momentum, where we discuss 3 rules, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1 to get into instant action. First things first, to always stay disciplined, and first time right to become somebody who lives by passion for excellence. A very simple, heart-touching session. Thank you so much. Today we almost are 1 hour 45 minutes into the discussion along with the sharings. And now for me, where I am going to practice first things first. For the past 3 years, we've been discussing that we should release a book of Keep Moving Movement. It should be a hardbound book, even a digital copy as well, but a hardbound definitely. Because we believe what we have can help millions of students out there. For the past 3 years, I have been telling Naren, मेरा PhD है, मेरा ये पढ़ाई है, वो पढ़ाई है, इतना काम है, मैं नहीं कर सकती हूँ. This is my promise today on the 27th of July, when we close the year for Keep Moving Movement. That is on the 9th of November, mostly with a Sufi program for all the Keep Moving volunteers that we are planning. So 9th of November, please have your dates blocked right from now. We're planning to have a very soulful Sufi music. Out of station people के लिए broadcast किया जाएगा. Don't worry, we are going to enjoy together. On 9th of November, the print copy of the first book of Keep Moving Movement will be released and launched. And the title of the book will be First Things First. So I will call on to all of you for help with this book. It's not going to be my book. It's going to be Keep Moving Movement's book. And thank you, Naren, for this topic of procrastination. I have realized that I have actually deprived so many thousands of students with what they could have done with this. But probably time had to come and procrastination had to be the topic on which we could write. So my promise to all of you, bro promise, it will be done. So all the best for your session on Abhi Nahi To Kabhi Nahi. We haven't listened to Naren today. And since we have a few more minutes, may I please request Naren to share what he feels like with us in this session. Thank you so much. Wish you all the best. Love you. Have a great session.
Brilliantly delivered session. Exceptional work done.
Thank you.
Love the humor that you bring in. I never thought that in India there will be another kind of Nagin dance other than the wedding Nagin dance that we have. And the hand wala Nagin dance that you did today was too mind-blowing. I think you should also patent that move somewhere. In that context, let me share something with you. Because she mentioned about a Sufi evening, there was a Sufi evening which was supposed to happen, and the shire and the singer did not turn up. And the organizers started panicking and they told the other volunteers over there, वो जो फोटो लगाया ना, something similar to that कोई भी मिलेगा ना तो रास्ते में उसको उठा के लेके कोई तो चाहिए जो स्टेज में आए और वो जो करेगा ना चलेगा. But to save our izzat, please go and get somebody. So the volunteers ran in every direction. They had that photograph in their hand. They found somebody who resembles that Sufi person. थोड़ा थकेला लग रहा था, थोड़ा deep लग रहा था, चेहरे पे झुर्रियां थी. And they went and told him, sir, I need you for about half an hour. You will have to come with us. He said, boss, I am a road contractor. I am not a Sufi person. I am not a shire. What will I do? सर आप सिर्फ स्टेज पे आ जाओ, बाकी सब काम हो जाएगा. नहीं आई कांट कम सर, बहुत इज्जत का काम है, हमारी बहुत प्रॉब्लम है, आप सॉल्व कर सकते हो सर, मना मत करो, हमारा ये हो जाएगा वो हो जाएगा. Now the road contractor understands pain because when payment is not coming and approval is not happening, no, he understands and feels that pain. So he can't tell these people that you have pain, but I won't do anything for you. So he comes over there, he's completely lost. पता नहीं क्या करूंगा, स्टेज पे आता है, माइक के सामने आता है. And he starts saying, यहां भी खुदा है, वहां भी खुदा है. आगे भी खुदा है, पीछे भी खुदा है. और जहां खुदा नहीं है, वहां काम चालू है. अरे ही गॉट अ स्टैंडिंग ओवेशन. मतलब इतना डीप शायरी लोगों ने सुना ही नहीं था. मतलब जहां जिसने अभी तक खुदा का अनुभव नहीं किया ना, वहां काम चालू है. मतलब वी आर ऑन द राइट पाथ. तो थोड़ा थांबा, थोड़ा पेशेंस रखो. Every time we create a KMM session, we think now this is it. A brilliant session. And then another topic comes up like procrastination, and we realize यहां भी काम चालू है. Now this means if you are ever called for shairi, now you have something to fall back on. But I think Joe promises it will be a genuine session. And it is not going to be yahan bhi khuda, wahan bhi khuda kind of a session. है ना बेटू? No, when Sneha shared, it was very interesting that the mom is a psychologist and the mom says that you are arrogant. Now, something very beautiful probably for all of you. It is easy to diagnose, but what the world needs is a solution. It's easy to say, you are so afraid. But what the world needs is, do this and it will get solved. It is easy to say you are obese. What the world needs is, would you like to do this experiment and see whether it works for you or not? It's easy to judge. But what the world needs is somebody who understands. So when we move inside the classroom, we move inside the classroom non-judgmental. And that can happen when like Joe said, if you practice first things first and first time right in the next 10 days. Then when you stand inside the classroom and speak, you're not talking about a theory, you are a walking story. See, a theory is a fact. Facts inform, but stories transform. And when you are standing there as a story, that since we started thinking about this session, this is how I have implemented and this is what I'm feeling. Your conviction inside the classroom on this topic called procrastination will be 1000% more than what you have right now. Today, it's a weakness for most of us. But the mental battle which makes us procrastinate even when we know procrastination is not right, the thought that we procrastinate and it's not right is always there with you. And what Prithvi said so beautifully, I procrastinate on everything which is there on the to-do list. मतलब that's ultimate self-realization. कि यार इतना procrastination होता है. So knowing that is theory. But when you go inside the classroom, having done it for 10 days, you'll understand the mind battle. And therefore, when you speak, it will come with love and kindness. Rather than you have to judge somebody and correct somebody and give those instructions to them. So the challenge for all of us and the possibility for all of us is to implement this session. Tomorrow is where dreams go to die. Tomorrow is where dreams go to die. And all of us deserve to live a life that we have dreams about. One great quality like procrastination, if it can become into something like, I am no more a Talu, but I am a Koli, it will completely change the way you live your life. Completely change your live your life. You know, I remember Doris Lessing once saying, whatever you are wanting to do it now. Conditions will always be difficult. One reason why we procrastinate, like Betu beautifully enacted, was mood nahi hai, andar se nahi aa raha hai. The conditions won't be ideal for you to work on your dreams. The conditions won't be ideal for you to work on your dreams. You work on your dreams and make the conditions ideal. So that's the magic of what happens in life. Like the poet William Wordsworth said, tomorrow is a beautiful idea, but a dangerous excuse. tomorrow is a beautiful idea. Like so beautifully she shared, no, that I know I need to have these conversations, but then I postpone. Aushu said it so wonderfully. Wherever I have to persuade people or where I have to get along with people, where I have to make people accountable, I postpone. And the postponement is कल करेंगे या ideal situation में करेंगे. Now, if you know that ideal situation, and if you also realize that the conditions will, of course, Doris Lessing says the conditions are always impossible. I am saying the conditions will never be ideal. Don't let procrastination kill what you really care about. I know Aushu well, so I know how much he wants to do things. I know how much he wants to create a beautiful company. I know what a beautiful heart he has and what a genuine person he is. But procrastination will kill what you care about. Don't let it kill what you care about. Bedu was mentioning that we thought about procrastination as a new session. And for the first time, Jo has completely created this session on her own. The first two sessions, we had a little base, which means we had taken some sessions like that in the past. And this is a session that is completely her baby. That's why you found her so much in a very beautiful flow. Now, how do we decide on what should be the session? That all of you should know. When we think about a session, it is not about, okay, this is what the children need. The criteria for us to create a session is, this is what the children and my KMM warriors need. We will not have a session where it is applicable only to the kids, probably with the exception of study techniques. We will not have a session which only the kids need. We will always have a session that you also need. I mean, what is it that we can give to you? When you take efforts, when you create time, when you make it a priority, when you put in genuine, stretched initiatives as a part of the team which runs KMM, it is our responsibility to see to it that you also grow equally. And that is why when we decide on the session topic, one of the criteria is this should help the KMM warriors, the KMM pillars, as much as it is going to help the students inside the classroom. I truly believe this is one of the miraculous sessions. I truly believe that it is a simple session, but extremely powerful session. And I also believe the impact of this session can be felt immediately in the lives of people. Visualize something that you have postponed. You start that little journey today itself. Like I was writing, what are the 3 things that I will not postpone? I have a lot of thoughts. I get a lot of ideas. I meet a lot of people, and there is always some insights. I note it somewhere, but I don't update my notes. So on my phone, on my Mac, I'll probably have 2,200 different note pages. And actually, it should come down to probably 50 or 60. So there are fragments of notes everywhere. And I keep postponing. अच्छा बाद में एक बार ठीक कर लेंगे. अच्छा बाद में एक बार ठीक कर लेंगे. And I think I'm going to update and structure my notes, and I'm going to begin with it today, and I'm going to put at least 2 hours today to update and structure my notes. I love to read because I really believe when somebody writes a book, they really have some deep experiences in life and something to offer. Every Tuesday, I write one life school message, and I know it takes about 2 hours to craft a good life school message. So if somebody's written a book, what is the kind of effort would have taken? And we can just dip into it in 2-3 hours time, in 200-300 rupees. And I have at least 25 books that I have bought, but I have not started reading. So I will go back to completing one book at least in 2 weeks' time, which I keep postponing. And the third thing, like Madhu mentioned, it has been on the cards to create videos and share it with people. And I'm going to create a timeline and immediately start the work on that also. Now that I am a little free because Joe has completely taken over the training of KMM, let me invest that time in something else, which would also create a beautiful impact. I'm looking forward to listening to your stories about where did you conquer procrastination. Smallest of things is absolutely okay. Remember, facts just inform. It is stories that transform. So when you share your stories, it is not going to help just you, but everybody else who's going to read it. You are here to make a difference. And your gesture of sharing your stories about, okay, this is what I conquered, will also be another step in making a difference. Wish you the most powerful and impactful session that you have ever taken in KMM. And may this session be the turning point in your lives. थोड़ा टाइम लग सकता है, बट रिमेंबर, यहां खुदा, वहां खुदा, आगे खुदा, पीछे खुदा, और जहां नहीं खुदा, वहां काम चालू है. तो काम चालू रखो, and I will see you soon for yet another beautiful session. Thank you so much, darlings. Love you all.